So hello guys, in this video we are going to solve this problem. So in this problem it is given that in figure A, B, C, D, E, F is a regular hexagon. So you can see that this A, this B, this C, this D, this E and this F is a regular hexagon. And the AB length is given as 10 centimeter. So this is given as 10 centimeter. So you know in regular hexagon all sides are equal. So if AB is 10, then BC is also 10. This CD is also 10. This ED is also 10. This is also 10 and this is also 10. So all side lengths are 10. And AQE is a sector. So you can see that this is A point, this is Q point and this is E point, and this is a sector whose center is at F. So whose center is at this point. And PD is a tangent to the sector, and this line is a tangent to this sector, and we have to find the length of this red line that you can see here. So we have to find the length of this PD line. So this is the problem. So let's see how we can solve this. So you see this figure. So in this figure what I have done is I completed this circle. So this is the sector and I completed this circle and it will look like this, and this is the center of the circle which is F, and this is the side of the hexagon which is 10 centimeter. And you know in regular hexagon all angles are 120 degree. So this angle is 120 degree, this angle is 120 degree, this angle is 120 degree. So all angles are 120 degree, we know. And let's assume like dq is equal to x. So this d and this is point q, and let's assume that dq length is equal to x. This is the point p and this is the point q, and assume pq length is equal to y. So this is our x length and this is our y length, and also assume this pa length equal to z. So we assume these three lengths. And now you can see that PD, which is the red line length, is equal to x plus y. And this PB length we can easily find out as 10 minus z, because we know this AB as 10 centimeter. And if this PA is z, then this remaining PB length is simply 10 minus z. So this is the length of PB. So now we know all this length. Now you see the angle FEX. So angle FEX. So F is this, E is this, and X is this. So we know this angle is 120 degree. So this angle is 180 minus 120. So which is 60 degree. So this angle is 60 degree. We now know. And if this angle is 60 degree, then if I join this point to this point, then I know this is the 10 centimeter, which is the side of the hexagon, and which is also the radius of this circle. And we also know this fx length is also equal to the radius, so this is also 10. So this FEX is an isosceles triangle, so this side is 10 and this side is 10. So if this angle is 60, so this angle will also be 60 and this angle will also be 60. So this side length will also be 10. So this is an equilateral triangle FEX. Similarly here there is also one equilateral triangle, because this angle, as we know, it is 120. So we know this angle is 60 and this is the radius, so this length is 10, and this is also radius, so this length will also 10. So this angle will also 60 because of isosceles triangle, and this angle will also be 60 degree. So this length will also be 10. So this is the whole picture. So you see this figure. In this figure we can see that this EX length will come out be 10, this AY length will also be 10, and these two are equilateral triangles. Now let's move further. So if you see this DE multiplied by this DX is equal to this DQ square. So this is the second tangent theorem. So we can apply that here. So DE length is 10 and dx length will be this 10 plus this length will also be 10. So 10 plus 10 will be 20. So 10 multiplied by 20 is equal to this dq, which is x, so which is x square. So from here you can get the value of x as 10 root 2. So this is the dq length. Now for calculating the red line length, we need just y value. So if we find out the y value, then the red line length is simply the x plus y. So we got the value of x. We just need the value of y. So now you see this is the point P. So if PA multiply by PY, so it is simply the this PQ square. This is again the second tangent theorem. So PA multiply by PY is equal to PY square. So sorry, PQ square. So we know PA value as Z, we assume initially, and this length, this blue line length is 10. So this PY length will come as Z plus 10. So we can put here, and this PQ is simply Y, so this will be Y square. So we got one relation between Y and Z as Y square is equal to Z square plus tangent. So this is one relation we got. Now, if you look at the triangle B, C and D, so you know that this is the regular hexagon angle which is 120 degree. This is the side of the hexagon which is 10. So this is also 10. So we can find this length BD by the cosine rule. So it is simply BD square as CB square plus CD square, and here it will come like minus 2 times CB multiplied by CD and multiplied by cos of 120 degree, which is minus half. So this minus and this minus will combine and it will give plus. So this is the thing. Now you can put different values. This is the tan square, and this will come like this. So after simplifying, it will come like 300. Both this length is 10 and this length is also 10, and this is 120 degree. So BD will come out as 10 root 3 centimeter. So now we know this blue line length, which is 10 root 3 centimeter. So now if you look at this thing, so this is the 120 degree angle, and this is this angle and this angle will be equal because this BCD is an isosceles triangle. So this will be 30 and this will be 30, and we know this whole angle is 120 degrees, so this angle will be 90 degree. So this angle will be 90 degree here. So what we can do, if this angle is 90 degree, then we can see that this P, B and D triangle, and we can apply the Pythagoras theorem like this PD, which is a hypotenuse and its length is x plus y. So x plus y whole square is equal to this PB length, we know it is tan minus z. So tan minus z whole square plus this BD square, which is 300. So we can find this relation, and if we simplify, it will become like x square plus y square plus 2xy is equal to 100 plus z square minus 20z plus 300, and we calculated x value as 10 root 2, so we can put here and it will become like 200 plus y square plus 20 root 2 times y is equal to this 100, and this 300 will combine to 400 plus z square minus 20z. And we also got one relation previously like y square is equal to z square plus 10z. So you can put instead of y square as z square plus 10 times z. So if you can put here, this will come like this, and this z square and this z square will cancel. This minus 2 minus 10 times z you can take it to the right hand side, and it will combine with this will it will give us minus 30 times z, and here it is 200 and here it is 20 root 2 y. So if you divide by 10 both sides, it will come like 2 root 2 times y is equal to 20 minus 3 z. So this is the relation we got. 2 root 2 times y is equal to 20 minus 3 z after dividing by 10 both sides in this equation. So we got this relation. Now if you square both the side, it will become like 2 root 2 times y square, which is 8y square, and in the right hand side it is 400 plus 9z square, and minus it will come like minus 120z, because 2 times 20 multiplied by 3, so it will give us minus 120z, and you can put z square plus 10z instead of this y square, because we know the relation between y square and z square is this. And now this is simply one whole equation in z square, so it is a quadratic in z, so we can find the roots of this equation, which will give us the value of z. So if you simplify this, here it will be 8z square plus 18z 80z. So this will cancel with this, and the remaining thing is only z square. So I take that z square to the left hand side, and it will become like minus z square. And here we have 80z, and this we take to the left hand side, it will become like 120z, and this will take to the left hand side, it will become like minus 400. So if this two combined, this will give us 200z, and this is minus 400, and you can write this quadratic equation in this way. So now we have this quadratic equation. So we can find the roots of this as minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So after simplifying, it will give us two root. One is this 100 plus 40 root 6, and one is 100 minus 40 root 6. So we know the side of the hexagon is 10, and we assume this length has to be 10, and this whole length is simply, so we assume this length to be z, and this whole length AB is equal to z. So z cannot be greater than 10. So this is not possible. So we can ignore this, and we can take simply 100 minus 40 root 6, because z is smaller than the side of the polygon. So we can take z as 100 minus 40 root 6. So this is the value of z we can take, and we know one relation between y and z, which is this relation. So we know the value of z, and we can find the value of y from here. So if you put this value of z in this equation, you can get the value of y as 60 times root 3 minus 70 times root 2. And now the red line length is simply x plus y. We know the x length as 10 root 2, and we also got the y length as 60 root 3 minus 70 root 2. So after simplification, it will give us 60 root 3 minus 60 root 2 centimeter, which is the length of the red line. So in this way, we can find the value of the this red line length, and it will come as 60 root 3 minus 60 root 2 centimeters. So in this way we can solve this.